Hey everybody, I want to explain how heaven's location disproves spirits, dimensions, time travel, wormholes, all prevailing thoughts in today's scientific community and in today's community about really speculating on what they think that these extraterrestrials or heavenly beings might come from, or where they live, or whatever. What I'd like to do is just say first of all that Barbara Walters had a special called "Where Is Heaven?" Nobody knew, and absolutely nobody said "up in the air." And so I put out a book called "Proof Heaven is Indeed Up, Space." Captain Kirk told us for years on the intro to Star Trek that space is the final frontier. The most significant part about this evidence, and it being scientific, even though it's a religious story, is that all scientists, I think, across the board would agree that they think life should exist out there in the universe. Religion is a story that life does exist. They just don't know where it is, heaven. Even though the evidence says it's up, they don't get it as being scientific and as being an extremely huge piece of scientific evidence that is far beyond our level of scientific knowledge today. The universe is basically two things: space, matter. Up, down. If you're up in space, you're looking down at a planet. Religion's structure of the universe is heaven, hell. Even in the beginning of the Bible, my mom and dad's story, it was heaven and earth, they were void in one. Heaven, in a sense, was the universe. So what I want to do is I want to explain that the reason I think that heaven's story and its location is so significant is because, again, that level of scientific knowledge is not shared by everyone across the board today on Earth. All humans don't think that way. Most humans don't even realize that this is a dying planet and that we got to get off of it. There's only one way: go up. So what I want to explain and show is that the evidence that we're looking for, the most beautiful evidence would be to make contact. They can just explain how the universe works, and most importantly, there is only one question to ask an extraterrestrial: where do you come from? Because that's going to get them, if they have a creator, they're going to tell you where their creator come from, okay? If they just evolved, they're going to tell you how evolution works, and that's exactly what I have done. I have tried to unravel our mystery using the story of religion because, again, it matches what I think about life in the universe. We exist now; it should exist out there everywhere. But most importantly, I see that it is extremely advanced in its level of understanding of life in the universe. Okay, we should understand that this Earth is a dying planet. We need to get off of it, and we need to exist as an intelligent species for one purpose: survival of our species. We should spread ourselves throughout space, not on planets, and then conquer our immortality. That's exactly the religious story. Okay? Now, I started by saying heaven's location disproves spirits, wormholes, dimensions, and time travel. Okay? I'll tell you how. First of all, let's look at spirits. Spirits wouldn't have any reason to come from up. Okay? Only an intelligent species that has evolved, gotten off of a planet, realizes it's intelligent, it has to conquer its immortality, its death, so it can only do so by getting off of a planet. What would it do? It would go up. Ultimately, if it came from an infinite universe, it would realize it is infinite and it has always existed. It would start running into its brethren, its species already further advanced and living throughout space, okay? In spacecraft, on artificial planets, not real planets, okay? Now, the evidence that we have for this is religion itself. It is structured to where these heavenly beings, again, live up in the sky, and mankind is down on earth. Mankind's the bad guy trying to get back to heaven, go up, and be with the good guys. That is exactly a scientific structure of the universe for how intelligence should evolve and what it should strive for. Number one, get off of the planet, conquer its own immortality at the hands of Mother Nature, its own death, and then conquer its own immortality through science. So that is the religion story. Secondly, dimensions, okay? This is just like spirits. Why would these beings live up in the sky if they come from a dimension? That is, again, flies in the face of the evidence that we have before us. And that evidence, I want to go ahead and get to that real quick, okay? And what I want to give to you is physical evidence that in our past we have stories not only of these beings living up in the sky, but we have proof that they lived up in the sky in spacecraft. Spacecraft that hasn't changed over tens of thousands of years. My buddy filmed this flying saucer. It's on the cover of the book. It looks just like the stone hat of Easter Island. But I say if it matches it like a thumbprint, it would explain why that statue is looking up. And I do propose that that statue could be what their gods look like. They all look the same. Nature creates through uniformity, evolution. I've marked these pages to show you. This is a good black and white picture of it. It is identical to the stone hat. The statue is indeed looking up. I want to show you that these heads of Easter Island literally all look the same. Just like geese, red ants, ducks, deer, bacteria. So, what I want to show you is the last thing, good hard evidence that this could be possible, because the missing link is a result of a skull from mankind that shows the eventual progression from a lowbrow cranium going back from a quadruped, like an ape, walking on four legs, to an upright being with a bulbous head like us. The missing link is a result of that lack of a skull. We just popped on the scene with this upright, big, bulbous head that could have come from these alien-looking beings. Now,